Hello, it's Heather from True North Spirit Medicine here today. How are you going? Today I'm going to be doing the energy reading for December 2024. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. You might have noticed already. I'm not showing you my face this month. Mostly because I need to keep my foot up because had surgery on my foot, which is why I didn't do last month's video, and I need to keep my foot elevated, and that's just super awkward doing it on camera with my foot up. Anyway, so this is a little bit different, but I'll show you the cards. Keep it interesting, keep us on our toes. Okay, you might hear some birds chirping in the background. Apparently my magic super duper editing audio software does not remove the chirping birds outside the window. I have closed the windows so yes, anyway, you might hear a chirp, chirp, chirp. But I can't drive to the quiet space that I use when this space is too noisy. So apologies for that. It is a rather incessant sound. If you're in Australia, it's a noisy myna that's nested in the tree out the front. So I have a lily pilly, which is a native Australian tree, and the native noisy miners have nested in it. So their little fledgling is chirp, chirp, chirping. Anyway, hopefully it won't be too annoying. Okay, so there's a Sagittarius New Moon, which is essentially today. So 30th of November, 1st of December, depending on where you're at. And the main message for new moons in general is to focus on new beginnings. But because it's Sagittarius, which is the sign of the archer, it's a really, really good idea to aim high and to keep your focus on the target or targets that you want to achieve. So yeah, be really mindful of that. So set new intentions at the new moon like normal, but also aim high is what they're saying, aim high, which is nice. Okay, also Pluto into Aquarius happened on the 19th of November, so a week or so ago now, which is big news. It's the biggest news of the year, really, and in some ways the biggest news of the next 20 years, because Pluto, which is one of the big outer planets, doesn't change signs very often, and it'll be in Aquarius, so it's moving out of Capricorn, so earth, heavy structures, stability, solidity, unchanging Capricorn, into Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is all about new and fast and new energy, new frequency, high frequency, new developments, new inventions, all that kind of stuff for the next 20 years. And Pluto has is it 248 year cycle or something? Orbit, I mean. So the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 250 years ago, roughly. So think French Revolution. When the monarchy was brought down, the people revolted. There was less of that top-down structure, so rich at the top, poor at the bottom, and more equality given to everybody. So a redistribution of wealth among the people, that kind of things. So you think of the French slogan, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So community, equality, and freedom for all, basically. What else? The advice to get out in the elements is coming through loud and clear, which will help with the high frequency energies coming in. So ground yourself as much as possible. But also, they've spoken about this before. It's important to expose your body, your systems, to different elements. So wind, rain, sun, snow, if you get snow. I live in the subtropics, we don't really get snow. Some people do. Hail, although that might be a bit ouchy. And different times of day, so dawn, dusk, midday. So just let your skin, which is the largest organ in the human body, be exposed to all of the elements, at different times. Does that make sense? I don't know why, but that's what they keep saying. It's important to recalibrate, to help recalibrate is what they're saying. to remember that they spoke a while ago about being the rainbow bridge. As humans, you're the bridge, or we're the bridge between spirit energy in the sky, so to speak, and earth energy below our feet. So it's important to keep those systems. Are showing me like a chimney, being swept out, keeping your systems clean and clear and constantly recalibrated or retuned like the radio dial, Yeah, and a way to do that is to make sure that your skin gets exposed to wind, air, rain, etc. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Psychic development is, or psychic intuition is getting louder and louder and louder for everybody. Don't be freaked out. It's normal. Might be a bit weird for you, but it's okay. Don't panic if you suddenly know what people are going to say before they finish their sentences. That's you just being more attuned to the field. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay, plant communication course. Thank you for the people that have bought it and done it and loved it and reviewed it. 5 stars. Hey. Yeah, that's cool. That's fun. It's exciting. I'm going to be writing another course and posting it on Udemy sometime. I was going to say early in the new year. I'll start it early in the new year. We'll see how long this one takes me. Slightly less long, I think, because I know the system now. And I'm thinking, I was going to do something else, but I'm thinking I may do my psychic development course, actually, because I think that might be useful. Well, it will be useful for people, but I think the timing of it seems about right, I'll start developing it anyway. Okay, spirit guide meditation is up live. Get into it. It's really good. You can meet your main spirit guides. You've got the download for life, and means you support a small business. Me, yay! There's a chakra balance meditation there for purchase as well. Have a look at the links below. Everything's in the description box to take you right there. Again, MP3 or MP4 download instantly via PayHip, which is nice. And a free way to support my channel is to share the video, share the links to my merchandise shop or to my meditations or my course. So that would be lovely. Thank you. I'm still doing readings, sometimes in person, depending on whereabouts you are, but can also do them online or over the phone, which is easy peasy. I'm only doing Reiki distantly at the moment, again, because I can't really drive far or carry much stuff. Yeah, I want to get back into platform. I'm going to look for a venue sometime next year that's accessible and, all the rest of it. I really like doing it, and I realized I hadn't done it for ages. So can I get back into doing things that I like? Redbubble and threadless merchandise shops have sales on fairly often. I try and keep on top of what's happening in terms of the sales. If you like the shops or follow them, I think if you can follow the shops, you'll get email notifications when there's sales on, which is possibly a more efficient way to do it than wait for me. And the oracle card deck that I'm creating is in progress. I've finished the next painting that I was doing, and I'm starting practice paintings for the next one, because the next one's quite challenging in terms of its composition. So yeah, that's exciting. And I've been writing the how you get a booklet with each oracle card deck explaining what each card is about. I'm writing those as I'm going as well. So I've been spending a fair bit of time doing some research and some writing, which is kind of nice. I do miss writing, and it's nice to have a project to tap away at while I've got to keep my foot up. Okay, I think that was all the guff I had to say first. Right, okay, so cards. I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards from Baron-Reid. Forget who the artist is. I'll put it in the description. And also the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, artwork by Lily Moses. And initially I was like, I want to keep this short, so I'll, only choose like 2 or 3 cards. And then all these ones leapt out at me. So I've ended up with 5. And interestingly, I was going to try and film this yesterday, but it was really hot and I was really tired and I hadn't fully committed to giving myself permission to not do it on camera. Anyway, I drew some cards in preparation, and then this morning they didn't feel, I put them on the top of the deck and they didn't feel right. So I put them back in the deck and then reshuffled and chose again. And when I did that, I thought, if the same cards come up, it's important, and I'll use them. And 2 of the same cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle Colette Baron-Reid deck came back. So that's interesting. I always find that interesting when that happens. It's like when I do those kind of group readings, you know, like the freelance sort of hens parties or whatever that I do occasionally. I find it really interesting when different people choose the same cards, you know. And I might have 5 decks for them to choose from, and they get shuffled numerous times in between. And yeah, some people, like sometimes I'll do, you know, 10 readings and the same 5 cards will come up across those 10 readings in a couple of hours. It's really interesting. Okay, so how are we going to do this today? Channel a bit, cards bit. Channel a bit through the cards? Yeah. Okay. Channel a bit through the cards. No. Yes. You know what I mean. Cards through the channel a bit. They're laughing at me. Greetings, dear ones, and thank you for joining us here again today at our table. Our vast bounty before you. This vast table before you, full of all of the things that you most cherish and desire. Full of the people and entities who love you the most. You may see the faces of the angelics or ascended masters or your spirit guides, or you may see the faces of your personal loved ones who have passed on to our side of the veil, our higher level of consciousness. Or you may see nothing behind your eyeballs, but you may feel us, that deep, beautiful love and trust within your heart, which indeed is the most important quality of any of this work, my friends. That gut feeling, that trust in your own discernment. Does this feel right to me? Does this feel wrong to me? It's always something to be nurtured and developed, something to be treasured, honoured and respected. And indeed, this first card says, not for you. It shows us a chessboard and a fortune cookie, a hand underneath it, a bookshelf or a window above, and a little note that comes from the fortune cookie that says, nope. And this is one of the cards that Heather drew yesterday as well. And it is a wonderful reminder of knowing when things are not for you, just as much as knowing when things are for you. Feel into your stomach, feel into your heart, feel into your inner wisdom to know that which is right and that which is not right for you. For each of us it is different, of course. But as we said at the beginning, your intuition, your psychic skills are getting louder and louder and louder as the veil between us and you gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And remember that that is a metaphor, my friends, for frequency. So think of the radio dial in your car. As you travel further, you must readjust your dial, remember. And as we spiritually increase our human consciousness, we must constantly be adjusting and readjusting our dial to stay on the highest frequency. And that is the part of the skin to the atmosphere, the wind, the rain, the sun. That is part of the frequency match, the recalibration, to help you stay out of not and help you stay in yes. There are many letting goes that are happening now. Letting go of old relationships, letting go of old jobs, letting go of old friendships, letting go of old mindsets, things that no longer serve you. And that shedding of the skin is a really important part of this process, my friends. This next card says between worlds, and it shows us a flamingo standing in shallow water. And she has a crown on her head. Half of the card is black and white, and half of the card is colour. Between worlds. The black and white half of the card represents the old energy that we sat in, have been sitting in for the last 2,000 years, my friends, particularly with the rise of the patriarchal systems of war and greed and competition. And now, as the veil thins and compassion increases, as the earth passes through the new energy in the solar system's atmosphere, and we lean towards the more feminine energy of holism and healing and nurturing and compassionate action, the higher frequencies of love. You may feel like you have a foot in each camp. You have to go to work, or you have to go to family functions for the holiday seasons, and they are not you. They are not like you. Sometimes, not always. But we ask you to hold the highest vibration you can in these situations. See the good in all, in those situations. Call on your guides and your ascended masters for assistance with this, because sometimes this can be challenging, my friends. Heather has a t-shirt that she made especially for Christmas last year, and it is based on an old Polish proverb that says, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." She does not mean to give offense to anyone by wearing this shirt, but it is a little nod to her inner strength and her inner sense of humor, and a reminder to not get bogged down in the trauma, drama, low energy cycles that sometimes play out in her blood family. She can rise above it without seeming arrogant or mean. So the t-shirt makes her laugh, which is a joy and an important skill. The next card is Sanat Kumara. It says light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. It is exactly what we have been saying, my friends. Sanat Kumara is a high order ascended master, and he comes with beautiful crystalline white light that sparkles, almost like the golden white sparkles of sunlight on water, if you can imagine, or the light on a snowflake, refracting beautiful golden rainbow light into your hearts, into your third eye. He comes with great wisdom as he sits at the table with us, my friends. He greets us with humor and light. It is he that almost tickles us in times of turmoil, that friend that teases you out of a good mood, so to speak, or rather teases you out of a bad mood into a good mood. He is joyous laughter, the innocence and power of a child, the wisdom of an elder, the knowing wink of a crone. He is all of these things, and he has come with new light to help activate our systems. Allow for this, my friends. Take some time after this video to lie still or sit still or close your eyes and allow for this new light activation to come in. Because remember, my friends, as we look at this next card, round and round, that we are on a constant upwards spiral. Time is not linear. Time is not circular, really. It is toroidal. It's a spiral that goes up and up and up. This is one of the cards that jumped out at Heather, actually. Not came yesterday, but it was the first one that leapt out of the deck as she began to shuffle this morning. Up and up and up, my friends. It is a great time period of awakening and quickening and quantum leaps of development that is happening now and will continue to happen through this whole Pluto Aquarius cycle. Great leaps forward in a really beautiful, powerful, positive way. But in order to leap forward, we must let go of what is not for us, remember, not for us. Shed those skins, put down those heavy bags, whether it's people or mindsets or old ways of thinking. You can reframe the past. So you can put down the heavy grief or guilt or whatever it is that's holding you back. We need you to step up, my friends. For one of you, awakened in the light is more powerful than 100 who are not, my friends. And in your deepest, profoundest, humblest inner knowings, you know this to be true. The maths of quantum physics is far different to the maths of regular maths. It is broader, it is wiser. It is the maths of the fractal, the ever-expanding cycle, the spiral, the golden ratio, full of love, symbolism, and divine power. Our last card is Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Remember at the beginning when Heather spoke of Sagittarius and the archer, the huntress, aiming her or his arrow at the target, hitting the goal. As your instinct and your intuition increases, as the veil of compassionate action and love and light and high frequency thins and gets closer and closer to the dense reality of Earth, your manifesting abilities get louder and stronger and bigger and brighter and wider. So it is really, really, really important that you stay focused on what you want and not what you do not want. Whether it is personal, whether it is political, whether it is familiar, whether it is community. Focus on what you want, not on what you do not want. Now more than ever, this is the most important message that we leave with you today. Bring in the joy. Feel into your future and feel and visualize and see and write down and draw a picture of how you want to feel, what you want to do, how you want to be in the world. Make a list. Say it out loud. State it in the positive, in the present. I am, I have. You know how to do this. Take the focus in the ancient wisdom of Isis, goddess, and draw it into yourself. Well, then when you draw it into yourself, you can expand it out into the greater community and the wider universe. Your cup overfloweth, as they say. But your cup can only overflow when it is full. So remember to fill yourself up, my friends, with joy, with love, with laughter, with your favorite treats, your favorite people, your favorite gifts for yourself or others. Enjoy the holiday season. Remember to keep sending compassionate action to those in need and divine love to all those on the planet and the planet as a whole. We love you dearly. We hold your hands every step of the way. The wind is at your back, my friends. The wind is at your back. Set your sail, chart your course, and travel forth with joy, abundance, and love in your hearts. We will speak to you again very soon, with much love, and so it is. Aha, lovely. Nice. Thank you. Thanks for playing along. That was nice. You'll, yeah. I was going to say you'll see some cuts in the video, but you won't, because you won't see this footage. I got the camera pointed at me anyway. But it's a bit like when I do a phone reading versus when I do a reading, you know, a private reading on Zoom or Skype or whatever. Like it's the same for me, whether you can see me or not. You know. Okay, good. I think I said all the other rambly stuff at the beginning. I tried to do it first so I didn't have to think about it at the end. But yes, have a good holiday season. Stay balanced and stay happy and healthy and wise. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. That's one of my fun little mantras at the moment. Yeah, enjoy December. Hopefully it's not too hot or not too cold wherever you are. Thanks for joining in. Thanks to the new people following along. Hi. I still wave at the camera even though you can't see me. That's funny. Yeah, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will speak to you again in 2025. Woohoo! I got a good feeling about next year, and it's going to go fast, which is exciting. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Bye.